All right, so I hit record, so whenever you're ready, Justine.
Okay. Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about, taste, and rate batch number 6 of the monthly single barrel releases from StilL 630 in St. Louis. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, McNew, who's filling in for Steve. And today we have special guest Andrew Spa of StilL 630.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So today we are rating batch 6 of StilL 630, their special releases. But we have Andrew joining us. So Andrew, tell us a little bit about what you do at the distillery.
I am the kind of outside sales rep for StilL 630. I came on about 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, as the primary salesperson for the distillery before we had a distributor. Since that time, we've hired a distributor, and my role has kind of shifted. So I do a few hours in the morning in the distillery. I've always done the labeling, the bottling, and then the tasting as well since I started. When I jumped on at the distillery, we mainly made whiskey and a little bit of rum. We started making gin after I came on board. We're working on agave spirits. And so, yeah, I've just been kind of, we're a 2-person operation. I've just kind of been in there. Like I said, in the mornings, I'm in the distillery, and in the evenings, evenings, I'm kind of out running around, hitting accounts, just trying to sell the stuff. So that's what I do in a nutshell. So, yeah.
Right. A little bit of everything. What's your favorite part of your position?
Obviously, the tasting part.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. When I started the distillery, I was an account manager at a tech firm, and I got to travel all over the country and kind of just go state to state and try different booths. And when I started at the distillery, I was super excited about whiskey and trying all these different barrels. So single barrels are something that I'm super passionate about, super excited about. And I've always tried to collect any single barrels that I could find whenever I was out just kind of running around before I worked at the distillery. And so now offering a monthly single barrel release of our own Missouri bourbon is kind of like a dream come true for me. And it's pretty awesome being able to show exactly the difference the barrel makes from single barrel to single barrel on the same exact mash bill, aged damn close to the same amount of time right now. And it's just been really fun for me.
Yep, perfect. Justine, anything you want to ask?
Is there anything special about batch number 6?
Batch number 6, I think, is the first one that's officially over 4 years old. I think batch 5 was like right on the edge of it. So I think batch 6 is officially over 4 years old. And that's just really exciting for me. When I started, I think the oldest thing that we had was just about 2 years old. I've been with the distillery for 4 years. So for me to see our monthly release of bourbon being 4 years old when we put it out of 53-gallon barrels, no caramel coloring, no chips, no, try quick age process going on is really, really awesome for me as a really big bourbon fan. Is super cool. So that's the main thing for batch 6, other than it being just smooth and creamy and delicious, is just the fact that it's over 4 years old. It's pretty cool.
So of the 6 that have come out so far, do you have a favorite?
Batch 2. I think batch 2 is my favorite. Followed by 4, followed by 6. And I'm typically an odd number person, so there you go.
I'm also an odd number person. I prefer them over evens.
There you go. I don't know why. Those are just the randomly in the order that I like them.
Great,
2
awesome.
had a little bit more. I don't know. It had something about it that I was like the first when I think Dave mentioned that the first 3 batches that we put out, we tried all of them next to each other, and we picked the release time of them. And for me, batch 2 was my favorite, and so I was just kind of drawn to that one. So I think that's why that one is my favorite out of those. But yeah.
Nice. So we're excited to try batch 6. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back and open these up.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are reviewing batch number 6 from StilL 630 in St. Louis.
Yes, we are. So no cork pops, obviously. We all have samples, so let's go ahead and pour those. So I'll just go around my screen, how everybody pops up, and just kind of get your guys' thoughts. Rick, what are you thinking on the nose?
You want me to tell you what I smell?
Yeah.
There's so much on my driveway, I can leave tire tracks in it.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's got, I don't know, maybe some kind of baking spice, like maybe cinnamon on the nose.
Yeah, I get that. Justine, what do you think?
Yeah, I get that kind of almost a little bit cinnamon, kind of like an allspice, but it's got like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a honey.
Yeah, like, so I kind of get the cinnamon and the sweet. So like, I'm thinking like snickerdoodles, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, you're kind of the pro here. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Cinnamon, a little bit of that the rye spice coming through with the cinnamon, but also somebody mentioned honey. So yeah, I get a little bit of that more like green note kind of honey aspect of it coming through, a little bit more earthy for me on this one, but a lot of sweetness coming through for sure on this particular batch.
All right, let's go ahead and try it. All right, Rick, I'll start with you again. What do you think flavor-wise?
I get a little cinnamon out of it. It's
Mhm.
sweet. Got good mouthfeel.
Yeah, it does. Paul, what are you thinking?
I get good sweetness from it. I think, Justine, you put it in my head, but the honey I get on like the sides of my tongue. It's a little warm, but like in a good way. I like it.
Yeah, so I get that now. Like she said honey on the nose and I didn't get it, but like the mouthfeel to me feels like honey. Like if you like put honey on something, it's kind of what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think,
definitely.
what do you think, Justine, like flavor-wise?
Yeah, I'm still getting the honey, but I kind of agree. It's got like a baked good, like baked goods. So kind of like a snickerdoodle, you know.
Yeah, but with maybe like a honey glaze or something on it. People don't do
Yeah,
that, but you could do that.
I was trying to think of like something that you would, like some type of cookie or something that you would
Mhm.
add honey to. Maybe like a, my parents eat like those buttermilk biscuits with honey on it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah. Kate just joined us. Hi, Kate.
Hello.
Hey, so we're tasting now, so go ahead and open it up and
All right.
go for it.
Thank you.
And then we'll get your thoughts. So let us know when you're ready.
All right.
Madam Andrew, what do you think taste-wise? What are you thinking?
For me, yeah, I agree. Honey sweetness for sure. A little bit of that grain profile coming through, and then it's a little dry for me, which I kind of like. But I mean, I've also been drinking all day, so that's hey.
Yeah, he was rooftop drinking before he jumps on.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I made it off
kind of,
though.
I agree with that, with the dry, kind of like the aftertaste is kind of like oaky and dry.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, like the finish almost reminds me of like a white wine, like how they're dry, like a dry wine, kind of.
Got good heat though.
Mm-hmm. All right, Kate, are you with us? What are you thinking?
I can't find my whiskey just this second. I
Okay.
know I put it close. I've had a hectic day. I'll be right with you.
Oh, you're good.
I had the same problem. I couldn't find my sample bottle.
Yeah. So mine was in a box that I hadn't opened yet.
I went to I grabbed my big sample bottle.
That works too. Yeah, so I knew I was expecting it, and then I had this box, and I'm like, that box is for next month, and I'm like, nope, it's in there. So I had to open it just real quick.
Rick, you've probably bought every, like the big bottle of every single release, haven't you?
More than likely, yeah. Or at least one.
At least one bottle.
Sometimes it's 2 or 3.
Oh,
He's a man of
eight-pounder bottle.
sophisticated taste. I was muted, but very great palate that Rick Renner there.
You know.
Rick, have you met a bourbon that you haven't liked?
Yeah, OZ Tyler.
Fair. Okay, fair enough.
Not fire.
I'm gonna just leave it at fair enough.
Yeah, okay. Anytime somebody's going to say that it was aged for a year and a day so they could call it a Kentucky bourbon, and then they put it through some robot-looking machine, and that's supposed to mimic 4 ages worth of barrel aging. Yeah.
But okay, if I'll save it for later. But like the more I drink it, like I think like the more baking spices I get out of it that I didn't at first.
Yeah, I'm picking up like a tea note, like tea or something. Like after I get into it a little bit more, it kind of
it kind of changes
dry,
a little bit.
I feel like a cinnamon note and kind of a black tea note can go hand in hand. They're kind of dry and they have the same flavor profile.
That makes sense.
I feel like I'm getting that the cinnamon and the black tea like others, but I feel like if I just let it sit a bit and I try it in 20 minutes, I just know it's going to taste different. So I almost feel like I have to let this sit a little bit, open up more, and get my palate to adjust to it too.
Yeah, I agree,
like
because
this
I
is going to
think
be very interesting.
Yeah, the nose was so sweet. Like Justine said honey, which made perfect sense. And then like I got a little bit of snickerdoodle. So the cinnamon stayed, but it's not as sweet on the palate as it was on the nose.
I got honey and vanilla on the nose.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It seems like, so my first taste I felt was sweet, kind of like the nose, but like the more I drink it, yeah, it kind of, I guess I don't want to say like dries out, but I don't know, it's just not as sweet as it was.
But still really enjoyable though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
what's the proof on this?
90.
90 proof.
90. Okay.
Yep.
I feel like this would be like a good like after dinner drink. Like so you had dinner and then you have this before dessert. Like it's a good balance of like dinner and dessert.
That's a good introduction to dessert. Because it's got some of the flavors that you might want for dessert, but still a little on the dry side.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good idea.
Sometimes I really enjoy a good dessert cocktail. Other times I just want to pour something, but I really enjoy doing just a little orange peel over a glass of bourbon for dessert.
That's a good idea. That's great.
Really nice. Not too sweet. It's not a full cocktail, but it changes the bourbon a little bit.
Yeah.
I bet you an orange peel with this one would really make everything pow.
Yeah, that would be
Orange
interesting.
peel would be a good compliment.
I have some like already peeled in my bar fridge, but I really don't want to run out there and grab one. So, but it would be great.
Oh yeah. This gets better the more I sip it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else is seeing that.
Andrew, I had that same problem with number 2. Because that's all that's left in my first bottle of number 2.
That was your favorite?
You just kill it now,
Well,
Rick.
that was number 2, and number 4 is like that.
Notice he said first bottle of number 2.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Which means there's multiple, at least one more.
Yeah.
For the experimentals, I always bought 3 bottles. And Dave asked me one time, how come 3? I said, 1 to drink, 1 to save, and 1 in case I break one of them.
Smart. Very smart.
Great blood.
We're just going to call that the law of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Winston has been buying a 4th bottle so he can blend his other bottles with them to come up with the perfect blend.
Oh,
So,
is he doing like a weird infinity bottle sort of thing then?
He could be.
It's interesting. No, that is interesting though. Like, what if you did a whole infinity bottle of just one distillery? It's not a bad idea. See what comes out.
Particularly if you use my spirits.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He might be onto something for you guys. All right. So are we ready to rank this one?
Yep, I got to get my spreadsheet out.
Yeah. So Justine does the spreadsheet, which means you do the math because I did not sign up tonight to do math. So
Sorry, I just used the sum function on the Excel spreadsheet. I don't do math either.
I would still somehow break that and it would not work out. Like I did one show that involved math and it just didn't go well for anybody. So I don't do it anymore.
This is really interesting because I think it was Justine that said it earlier. It kind of started on the bland side, but then, as I sipped it, I got more of the flavor and then more of the subtleties. So it's one of these ones that it gets more interesting with time. This is fun. It's a fun.
This is one that I would like to just like open up and like sit on my table and come back to it like every 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like this is-
even a couple of weeks later to see how it's different then. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also one, it drinks so easy and changes so much. Like you would just like keep drinking and then stand up and then.
And be like, oh.
Yeah.
Hello, 4.
Andrew, don't drink this on the rooftop.
It'll be all right.
All right, let's get our rankings. Justine, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Paul, you're in my first. I'm just going to go with my squares on my screen. Paul, you're first. What's your ranking?
Say 92.
What was that you cut out?
92.
92.
92.
Okay.
Okay, Rick, you're up next. What is yours?
I'm going to say 94.126.
You. All right, Andrew, you're up next.
89.7.
Okay, and Kate.
I'm going to say 90.2.
90.2.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is great. I enjoy this. I think I could drink it all day, Sunday fun day. I'm going to go 93.2. All right, and Justine.
I am going to go 94.3.
Great. All right, you and Rick were given the highest scores over there. What's our average?
$92.254.
Okay, so if I'm looking at the rankings of our all-time rankings, it puts this at number 3, right?
Hold on a second. Let me write this down before I lose it.
That's why I gave it a lower score than I thought it was worthy of, because I wanted to make sure it was in that number 3 spot where I personally felt it was.
Oh, yeah. Very
There you go.
strategic. So strategic when you're a pilot. Yeah.
Yeah, so batch number 4, which was February, is 97.894.
Mhm.
Batch number 5, which was March, is 94.447. Batch or number 3 was batch number 2 at 91.262. That was December 2020. Number 4 was batch number 1 from November 2020 at 89.029. And number 5 was batch number 3 from January 2021 at 88.498.
Okay, so this one is knocking number 5 off and taking number 3's place.
Yep.
Right.
I'll
It's a
drink
good
to that.
average between all of them, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what, like a B plus, A minus. I don't know.
Get still solid, very solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we also have this week our giveaway. I need to find Steve's email.
Yep.
It is a Michter's Glencairn glass and a Jack Daniel's bandana.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Do you have the randomizer?
I don't. Let me pull one up. How many people are in it?
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, hold on. So let me pull one up. We'll put in 6. All right, I got one. Pulled up number 5.
Number 5. The winner is Laureen Devine, who is not here today.
Who's not on, but she did buy a ticket, so she still qualifies. So
Yep.
Congrats, Lorraine. All right, so if we want to wrap this up, where can we find everybody? Andrew, you have any social medias, anything you want to share?
Oh yeah, obviously follow StilL 630 at StilL 630 on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then I am Indomitable Beard on Instagram, and yeah, that's the only social media that I deal with, and that's it for me.
All right, Justine, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze. You can find our shop at abvnetwork.com and on Instagram at abvnetworkshop.
All right, I'm on Instagram at McNewABV. You can also check out our website, abvnetwork.com. Everything we do is out there, our virtual events, our new live events that we're trying to get back going, all of our podcasts, blogs. Check out abvnetwork.com. And Justine, anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
All right, until next time, bye everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.